Hey guys, it's Bean back with another video on my channel. And okay, let's start. Let's do this. Let's let's hi. I look disgusting. We're gonna move past this. It has been officially 2 minutes. That's a lie. It's been about 3 minutes since I finished recording the video that went up last week. So yeah. Let's see what I do with this one. So let's see. This is supposed to go up in 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna be at my grandma's house when this comes out. Let's talk about family. Pretty neutral, that's a lie. It's not a neutral topic for a lot of people. Let's talk about family really fast. I'd like to say that one, I have a family. It exists. It's there. It's sometimes pretty great. Sometimes it's kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people feel the need to excuse things their family does for the very reason that they are family. And I personally believe that that's a load of bullshit. So, here's my reasons why. Everybody is entitled to have their own feelings towards another person. We're all human beings, which means we can't always get along and we can't always treat each other the same. So, and sometimes there are just some people you can't be around, and I feel like it is a stupid decision to try and force your kid to be around a family member they don't want to be around for the sake of them being close to their family members. I think it's kind of stupid. I know I have a couple friends who don't like their aunts, and they don't, because they have those weird aunts who kiss you on the cheek and and that whole thing, and they don't want to be touched by their aunts or their certain family members, and people push it aside, and they're your family, you should not be scared or anxious around them, and that is a very bad thing to say to a person, because you are minimalizing the issues that they are feeling, and therefore telling them that what they're feeling is stupid because family. I like my family, as I said before, but there are things my family does that I don't agree with. And luckily my family is pretty okay in the sense that if we call each other out, and I can pretty much say, you're being stupid, I don't care if you're my cousin, you're being stupid. And, except for my grandma. I can't call her out because she scares me. But I don't know. It's a weird thing, and I kind of wish that people would stop using family as an excuse. Everybody is a human. Everybody makes mistakes, and everybody has things that they have done, and some people can pick up on that, whether they don't know what the thing was. Some people just don't feel comfortable, and they don't know the reason, and I'm like that around some people. I'm mostly like that around animals. I don't know. I like animals. I really do. But I can't be around big animals besides horses. I've always been terrified of big dogs, and I never knew why until I found out that when I was really little, I almost got attacked by a Saint Bernard, and I never knew that. But I never liked big dogs, and people were always like, well, you have 3 dogs, you should like dogs. And I went, it's not the fact that I don't like dogs, it's just the fact that I don't like big ones. And it's very weird, and people are just, they kind of understood, oh, you don't like big dogs, blah, 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 blah. You probably had a weird thing. You probably had a sad encounter. Maybe you had a big dog and it died when you were little. No, it's because I got attacked by one when I was 4. Anywho, but it's sad that we can say, I don't feel comfortable around dogs, and people will respect that you don't like being around dogs, but you cannot say, I don't feel comfortable when my uncle hugs me around my shoulders without being a bitch. And it's kind of stupid, because when you think about it, who is really more dangerous? A dog? Or a grown-ass man who can do anything to you? And I'm not saying that people who are afraid of dogs or afraid of humans or afraid of cats or anything, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm scared of big dogs and really small dogs. I'm terrified I'm going to step on them, so I don't like them. I also don't like kids because the sole reason I feel like I'm going to break them. So I'm more of a cat person. Cats are nice. Cats fit my lazy, I don't like you kind of personality and lifestyle. But you never really hear somebody going, oh, you don't like cats because of one experience you had with one when you were younger. That's stupid. You can't dislike an entire species because of one instance you had when you were little. But you do hear, oh, so you were sexually assaulted by a man? You can't hate our entire gender because we're not all like that. Or you'll hear, along with the sexual assault thing, oh, so that random guy sexually assaulted you? Well, I'm your friend and he's your family member, so you should be okay around us. Like, it doesn't work like that. And you should stop using friend and you should stop using family as an excuse to, what's the word? Shrink somebody else's problems. That's not the word I was looking for, but it's a word. To minimize somebody else's problems. Because everybody has problems. You're not gonna look at a person with a full body cast is not gonna look at a person who has a broken arm and go, oh, I bet that didn't hurt. Because you know it hurt. You might not have felt it. It might not be as bad as yours, but it still hurt. And to that person, it probably hurt a hell of a lot. So, no. There's a lot of issues. I feel like family is used as an excuse to gloss over things that are said. I know that on my dad's side of the family, who I don't talk to a lot because I'm not really related. I'm not technically related to most of them, besides my aunt and my cousins. Because my uncle, who was married in, has his nieces and nephews, who I call my cousins. I'm not related to them. Long story short, I have like a unrelated great uncle or something. I think that's what he is. I don't know. No, he's my great uncle. No. Yeah, I don't know. He's one of those two. I don't know. I'm not saying anything against a political party, but he is very, very, very Republican, and he, is one of those people who will not let you say anything bad against Trump. And for a long time, we all just kind of let it be because, family, you know. And it always bothered me because that was the reason that we all glossed over it. He's not my family. I don't really like him. He's kind of weird and old, and I don't like old people because of a weird instance I had with one when I was 8. But a single old person, yes, I know, and I don't like them besides the ones I'm related to. I'd like my grandmas, and, like, that's it. I don't have grandpas, and I don't like old people. Also, they smell weird. Anyways, moving on. We all just kind of glossed over it because he's our great uncle and grandpa or whatever he is, and we should all just get over it. And no, there's a thing that happened. And we finally stopped using family as an excuse to gloss over the fact that he's really not generally a good person. And a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff that needed to be said got said. And I'm very glad that it got said. I'm also very glad I was in another state at the time. But it's just like, we use family as an excuse to cover up all these things that people are doing and saying, and it's not right. Because, if your friend said, if you have a bad family member who's like verbally abusive in a way, and you had a friend who spoke to you like that, you wouldn't be friends with that person, generally. So why would you use family as an excuse to do that? There are people out there who cut off ties with their entire family because they couldn't use that as an excuse to validate what they were doing. And I respect those people. I know it's very hard to cut off ties with family members, especially parents and siblings and people you grew up with. And it's so much harder than cutting off ties with friends, which is where a lot of people get confused. Is cutting off ties with friends is not the same as cutting off ties with family, because as opposed to cutting off ties with just a person you met at school probably who knows a lot about you, as opposed to cutting off your own flesh and blood, that's like cutting off your hair, like cutting off 2 inches of your hair versus like cutting off a leg. Like, it's a part of you. Your family is a part of who you are. They shape you. But sometimes the leg has a disease in it, and you have to cut it off. And then you can put on a prosthetic that might not be your actual family, might not be your actual flesh and blood, but is better and works better and will keep you safe and healthy. And that's where we start having growth, is when we stop using family as an excuse for shitty behaviors and attitudes, and we get rid of them, and we are able to grow and be better humans. And I think that when people are able to do that, when people are able to look at this disease that is plaguing their life and they're able to say, not anymore, I'm not making excuses. I mean, if you had frostbite on your toe and it was getting worse and it was spreading, you're not going to look at your foot and go, no, I don't want the toe gone because it's my toe. Like, to heck with logic and science. It's my toe, I'm keeping it. No, you're going to cut it off so you don't die. So why don't we do that with people? Granted, they might not kill you physically, but it could hurt you really badly emotionally and mentally. And I feel like the minute we start erasing the fact that the minute we stop using family as an excuse to cover up what people are doing, that things are going to get a hell of a lot better. And people are going to be happier because they're going to stop feeling so attacked by the people around them. And I think that would be a wonderful thing, and it would make a lot of people a lot more positive and a lot happier if we were able to stop glossing over everything. But again, that's just me, that's just my opinion, and that's just my view on things. And you're very welcome to disagree on that, and that's okay, just as long as you're respectful about it. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's where I'm gonna end it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, as usual. I hope you guys are having a really good summer, by the way. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what you're doing this week, because I'm probably actually hanging out with my cousins for the first time in like a year. I miss them. So, yeah. Until next time, my name is Bean, and I love you guys. Bye-bye. I'm sorry that didn't work. I love you guys. Bye.